Hey, what's going on YouTube? Welcome back to all my cloud scholars. I hope you all are enjoying this application gateway, Azure application gateway series. So what I want to do right now is this video is going to be concentrating on setting up our lab. So we're not going to be creating an application gateway yet. That's going to be in the next video. But I do want to talk a little bit about what we are going to do today for this video. So on your screen, you're seeing an application gateway, and also you are seeing two back-end pulls. Now, if it doesn't make too much sense to you now, don't worry about it. It will make sense as we go along in the video. So what we're doing is we're going to have to create, for the application gateway, we're going to have two pools, right? We're going to have a video pool and then an images pool. Remember, we talked about in the previous video where you can send traffic based on the URL, if it's something for images or video or so on and so forth. And then we're going to have two availability sets. So I'm going to create in this one, we're going to create a VM01 server, right? VM01 video server. And then we have VM02 images server. And there they are both going to be in their own availability sets, because essentially what you're doing with these availability sets with an application gateway is you are separating the workload. So each VM has a workload. For instance, the video workload, and another VM has an images workload. And they need to be in their own availability sets just in case you need to increase the load for that specific workload if more traffic is coming in. So that's what we're going to be doing today. We're going to be concentrating in this bottom section here, which is the web server VM01 video and VM02 video. And then what we're going to do is we're going to add a public IP address to both of them, connect to them, make sure the IIS is running, and then that will be the end of the video. So let's get started. So at the Azure portal, what we're going to do is we're going to go create a virtual machine. We're going to drop it in the right resource group. And we call this VM01 video. And this one is going to be an availability set. We are going to create a new availability set. This one is going to be video set for availability set. And this one is going to be standard 2022 test admin. And you could call it whatever you want to call it. Give it your password. And then down here, we're just going to do HTTP, and we're going to go next, disk. We don't need premium. We're not balling. And then over here, we're going to make sure we have our VNet. So now with the application gateways, they have to have their own subnet just for them. And I'll talk about that in the next video a little bit more. So we have this public IP address that we already have established here. We say delete public and NIC. Make sure you create that, because once you're done with doing this, you don't want to have your course to keep going. So once that's done, let's see if we get any error message. Did I forget anything? We're all good. We're going to click create. So while that's being created, I'm going to go to this tab and I'm going to create another VM. So this is going to be another VM. And we're going to do RGECUS again. VM02 images. Availability set again. We need to create a new availability set. And this one is going to be images set. Down here, same thing, standard 2022. Down here, test admin. We're going to go here. We're going to say standard, delete VM, good, networking. Okay, new public IP address. We need to put this in the default. That's where we had the other one. Delete as well. And then we're going to do a review and create. Let's see if we get any error messages. And we don't. And validation passed. So let's come over here. This is done. Go to the resource. Let's go to networking. Actually, go to connect. Excuse me. We want to make sure that we have access. So we're going to make sure we have access to this virtual machine. All configured IPs. Normally you wouldn't do this in a production environment, but that's perfectly fine. We are just going to set this up. Once that is completed, we're going to download this RDP file and we're going to connect to it. Okay, now that we're in our server, we'll just come here, you click local server, you'll see VM01 video. I'm going to come over here, add roles, and we need to install IIS on this server. So what I'm going to do is next, IIS, add features, next, and just keep clicking next, and we're going to click install. While that goes, I'm going to come here to Notepad. Once Notepad is in, I'm going to put in some commands. Okay, so what we have here is a HTML doc. We're just setting up an HTML file, to be honest with you. It's a Word doc, but we're going to save it as an HTML. This is the video server. Right here, the title is what you see in the tab, just to kind of walk you through so you know what's going on. So this will show what's in the tab, so you have it in your tab within like Chrome or Internet Explorer. That's what's going to show this video server. And then this is what's going to show on the web page. This is a video. This is the video server. Thank you for watching Cloud Scholars. So what we're going to do is we're going to do a file save as, and we're going to come here to PC. We're going to go to C drive. We're going to go to innet pub, www root. We're going to go new folder. We're just going to type video. And we're going to save it here. And we're just going to say index.html. And then that's that. And this server is done. It's installed. And we're going to switch to the next server and do the exact same thing. All right, so back on the Azure portal, we were able to do the video server. Now we need to do the images server. So same thing, connect. We are going to make sure that we configure the port. Request access. Download RDP file. All right, so now we are in the next server. Right here we go server, and this is going to be our images. So what we need to do is do the exact same thing. We're going to add the role, the IIS role. So let me come here, next, IIS, add features, next, all the way, next, install. And while that installs, we're going to open up a Notepad file and do the exact same thing. Okay, so now that that is done, we have some HTML documentation, or should say code here, which is the title is going to be images server. That's what's going to show in the tab. Over here, we have the body. This server is for images. And then here we have a reminder, which please like and subscribe to Cloud Scholars for more content. So down here, we're going to go file save as. Then I'm going to go to this PC. I'm going to go to C drive. I'm going to go inept. I'm going to go here. And we did say this was the images one, right? So we need to drop an image folder. And I'm going to double click here, and I'm going to go index.html. And I'm going to hit save. All right, so in order for us to test to make sure that this is working, I need to go here, come up here, index.html. I did forget something, which would be the images. So I think I called this video. So video slash, there we go. So now we have it, because remember I had the file path from, remember we had a folder there. So that's the reason why it didn't open. So this is the video server. Thank you for watching Cloud Scholars. And then here we have our images server. So if I come here, same thing. So I will say image, index.html. And now this server is for images, right? So if you see here, it says image server, it says video server. If you remember the top area, I said that that's what's going to show up in the Chrome tab, and that's what you're seeing now. Okay, So this is where we're at. So we have our web server. We have video image VM01 video. We have another web server VM02 images, and we have availability set. We have availability set for images, and we have availability set for video. So in the production environment, if you had additional VMs, servers, I should say, you'd have them a part of that availability set so you can scale that workload. So now that we've knocked this out, what we need to do is move our way up and start working on building out the application gateway, which is what we're going to do in the next video. So I want to thank you all for watching this video. As always, my goal here is to get you from scholar to consultant, and of course, consultant to expert. Thank you, and see you next time.